Hello, hello guys. My name is Andrei. Yeah, you, someone who watched me before probably know who I am. How am I called? What is my name? But um, today I wanna talk about something totally different. I don't wanna talk about games. I don't wanna talk about uh, another season in Hearthstone or League of Legends, playing Gwen, etc. I want to talk about something what is very important for every single one of us, especially for people who live in Europe. I don't think that this topic might be very, very uh, actual for Americans, for people who live in the United States, but for Europeans, of course. This topic is called um, Islam. Yeah, religion, cult. I will call it cult. It's a cult. Cult of Islam. Because every single religion, it's a cult, a very oppressive cult where people are brainwashed, where people are being filled with anger, hatred, where people live by enforced rules, etc., etc. But why about Islam? Long story short, yeah, my one of my favorite English expressions. I'm Ukrainian. I come from state which is dominated by Orthodox branch of Christianity, of Christian religion. Yeah, you know that a Christian religion, it has branches like Catholic branch, Protestant, Orthodox, etc., etc. I don't care all these branches; they are irrelevant to us. So, life in Ukraine is dominated by church. Yeah, church. Church influences everything from your personal life to politics to finances to decision making, like when we're talking about future of state. Of course you should ask guy with a beard in a dark dress, in black dress. We should ask him. Wow, people don't even ask themselves why we should ask him, but yeah, whatever. And so I came to France. I loved France long ago, before I came here. I loved France for one single reason: because it's a secular country, because they have this principle of laicite. Republic est laïque, republic is secular. Oui, donc that's why I thought and I think that France is doing a great job protecting its identity, their secular way of life, but at the same time, it was I thought this way back in Ukraine. But when I came to France, I understood that I was mistaken. All of this is uh, sounds very promising on paper, but in reality, it's totally different, um, absolutely different. Indeed, indeed, state protects very important branches of life. Education. Education is fully protected from religious influence. They prohibit religious clothing. Very good move, because Muslim religion, Muslim cult, is very based. All these cultists, they wear these strange uh, clothes where women are oppressed by just wearing a full black. I can't even describe it. A full black uh, dress, which totally oppresses women physically, mentally, etc. These clothes, they will tell you, oh, it's my it's my fantastic ideas. I can't even call it religion. It's my fantastic ideas. I'm just a madman. So I want everyone to see how mad I am. This is what in reality this cult is about. So state protects school. State protects public spaces, public authorities, yeah, regional authorities, local authorities, and this is very good because at least state is very active here. I think that Catholic Church, it has been very, very oppressed by state in France since times of French Revolution. They have hit very hard on Catholic Church. So Catholic Church, they were blown by revolution, and they never recovered from this blow. And so they are on the medium level. Yeah, majority in France is still Catholic people. Influence is still big, but they are on the same level. They never recovered. They never increased their influence. If you look at every single church in France, there is a stamp of Republic, of French Republic, Liberté, Égalité, Laïcité. This brings the feeling that state, once upon a time, state marked Catholic Church. Here is your place. You will stay there, and you will never desire to reach total power, global power of state. And everything seemed fine until back to France. For me, everything seemed fine until I encountered. My first encounter was I encountered a very, very oppressive cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm not sure if I pronounce this correctly on English. Témoins de Jéhovah en français. Свидетели Иеговы на русском. Sorry, I sometimes want to speak French, but I try to switch back to English. When you speak 3 languages, in my case I speak 4: Ukrainian, Russian, English, French. I feel like sometimes I have different personalities. So yeah, back to this pickle phrase from Tarantino film. So I encountered witnesses of Jehovah. They are crazy people. You just look into their eyes. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in good or bad, evil or good. Yeah, I don't believe in such things. I live here. I try to do nice actions. I try to be kind. I try to not hurt people because I think it's in our nature. It's a nature of a human to not hurt others. It's unnatural to hurt others. If person is doing something hurtful, if person is doing damage to others, moral damage, physical damage, there is something wrong with him or her, because it's unnatural. Because seeing pain of other person should encourage you to help him or her, to help this person, to try to solve the problem. And so, for me, it was crazy to see all this very oppressive cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, because you just look into the eyes and you see evil. You will believe that evil exists. They are crazy. They believe that apocalypse is coming. Yeah, you don't need to work. You don't need to study. Everything is pointless. Apocalypse is very close. Just sit and wait. It's on the horizon. Look, I can see it. Crazy people, absolutely. They are very aggressive. And for me, it was, and you know how aggressive they are. They visit everyone, every single household. They promote their crazy ideas, but not only households. Here in France, they tried to convert authorities. They tried to convert people who were working in refugee center, and these people, they represent authorities. They are given power by local authorities to execute this power regarding refugees. And they came to refugee center and tried to convert refugees, and they succeeded, because I'm Ukrainian. I will tell you that majority of Ukrainians, 75%, were Orthodox Christians, but here in France, Orthodox is very weak, and they converted to these Jehovah's Witnesses. crazy. And it was ridiculous to me. Ridicule. How French state is not acting here. Yeah, I feel like for French state there is only two enemies: Catholic Church and Islam. And all these little oppressive cults, they just don't think that they are dangerous. Okay, back to Islam. I'm sorry, I go far away. I didn't really care about Islam. I saw that they are crazy people oppressing women, but I was never really interested about this cult until I started taking my French classes. On my French classes, I'm the only Ukrainian, and I'm the only atheist. When I told about my atheistic position, Muslims were ready to jump and kill me. Just because I said, Dieu n'existe pas, God doesn't exist. Imagine, people are so offended that I told that their imaginary father on God, a bearded man, doesn't exist. Yeah, for me, God is Darth Vader from Star Wars. It's the same. There is no difference between these two imaginary people, imaginary characters. So back to this oppressive Islamic cult. What I noticed is that they just don't exist, they just don't live, and they in their inner world, in their cultist world, meeting with other cultists, and by the way, they are very aggressively building their infrastructure. Even in my small city Aurillac, there is a mosque for Muslims, and they are building every single month, every single day. So they are growing, because their cult is based on a very oppressive idea. We will count five negative oppressive ideas of Islam. I'm not a very big learner of Islam, and I will never read this. I'm totally not interested. It's an absolute brainwash, but I want to fight it. I think we must fight it. We have time to stop it, but because it's a threat. It's a threat to entire Europe, to entire world. First one. Very, very oppressive relationship between women and men. If I'm correct, Islam teaches that men can beat women. Islam teaches that woman is nothing more than just a vessel for man to leave his semen. Insane. It's a living person. It's someone's daughter. She was raised. She studied. Just imagine how you can talk like this. How can you imagine like this? Well, we live in the world where it's absolutely clear that women and men are equal. Of course, there will never be full equality, because men have usually more strength. They can do more work, which is quite durable. Yeah, but this difference is so small that in our world it's really equal. So yeah, they can beat women. A woman is pretty much a slave. Slavery of 21st century, and all these fake videos about it's a very peaceful, it's a very kind relationship based on the respect. It's a lie. It's a total lie. From what I see with my colleagues, Muslim colleagues, they treat women like an absolute subhuman. Second one, every single Muslim is very aggressive. It's true. There are topics which will trigger them. I have a lot of friends on my job who are Muslims. My director, he's a Muslim, and they are great people. They work very hard. They are very intelligent. They have been very calm, very very kind people. But at the same time, it's a very rare like this. Majority of them, they are quite aggressive, and one single word can trigger them. And not just trigger, when we're talking about Orthodox Christianity, They can be triggered, but they will not act. They will swear on you. They will say a lot of bad stuff. Yeah, they will, I don't know, curse you, etc., etc. But they will not attack. Muslims, they are ready to die and they are ready to kill. That's a problem. And we saw that several times. We saw that with Charlie Hebdo. We saw that with all these terrorist attacks, etc., etc. Just this idea, what religion does with a brain, it nullifies idea of how precious is your life. You have only one life. You were born because your mother and father created you. They are your creators. It's a fact. And they gave you only one life. We are not cats. We will not go to another world afterlife because it doesn't exist. Live your life right now. Live it to the fullest. Enjoy it. Be yourself. Be yourself. This leads to the third one. I think this oppressive cult, it destroys human identity. It destroys your identity because it teaches you how to live your life according to someone else's standard. You must be like this because everyone should be like this. You must do this because everyone is doing this. But there is no place for me. There is no place for an individual. And that is the only way our world can progress. Because as we can see, if we see it, Muslims at their gathering, it's a big group, a big mass of gray people without identity, without personal traits. As I said, there are very intelligent, very kind people. I have met very good people who are Muslims. My director, he's incredible, absolutely incredible. He's a Muslim, but it's an exception. It's an exception because all of this it deprives you of such traits like critical thinking, logical thinking, abstract thinking. All these traits, they are not for a person who is Muslim. Muslim should think like his leader at mosque told him. Yeah, like we had a topic about LGBT community, and you know what they said, and they all agreed. This is unnatural, and the LGBT people should be punished. They should not leave their houses, and they should not promote their ideas. What? Excuse me, what? Everyone has a right to protest, but okay, we can leave this one behind. What are you saying? You maybe want to kill them, maybe want to stone them. These homophobic ideas, they were cut in place by I engaged with them in dialogue, and they didn't respond to me because they are very scared. They are cowards. They don't fight back usually. In words, they have nothing to fight back. But my professor, at first, she didn't say a thing. She didn't care. I was shocked. She must protect values of the republic, values of French Republic, but she was like, oh, okay, whatever, unnatural, okay, yeah, why? But then when we started engaging in discussion with me and them, she started to protect my position that this is a homophobia. It's unacceptable. Our French is different, and here, yeah, it was the same about atheism. It was the same about treating women. When we were talking about abortion, it was the same. They were crazy. Some people with beards, in black dresses, wanna tell women what they should do with their body. Absolutely unacceptable. Fourth one. Oh my god, I tell so much in these three, so I don't have. I think I have nothing to tell for last fifth one. Fourth one. This is a very aggressive political organization. It's not a religion. I heard a very nice idea from one ex-Muslim. By the way, look at the Google for videos about ex-Muslims. If you are a Muslim and you question your belief, you will find a lot of materials. They are great people. People who have been brainwashed, but who have started to ask themselves questions, to to think that something is wrong about this cult. Something is wrong. In general, majority of people, they have been taught this way by their parents, but then when they grow up, they understand. Oh, look, it's not how life is supposed to be. Life is totally different. This political organization called Islam, it's absolutely disconnected from real life. Yeah, and they are they are very aggressive. It's not just people; it's an organization which has plan, and this plan is to dominate the world. And they are slowly, step by step, moving. They are infiltrated Europe long ago. They infiltrated Europe, and they are infiltrating Europe even right now. They are trying to infiltrate United States, but as I understand, United States are still very defensive about their evangelical church. Also another crazy cult, oppressive cult, etc. With Russia, they are not really doing well, but because of Orthodox influence. Yeah, you know, religions, they will collide at one point. They will collide, and the victor will emerge. There will be one victorious religion, of course. I think so. And it's really hard to tell because Christians, they will fight hard. They will fight hard against Muslims, of course. And Judaism, it's a very, you know, niche minority. They protect their tradition. Actually, it is the only religion which I have some respect to. Yeah, I try to be tolerant. I always try to be tolerant, but I can be tolerant when people are walking in front of me, where a woman is like, you know, this. She don't even put her eyes up, and a man is shouting at her. Man treats her like a pet, you know, like a dog. So the fifth one. They are trying to infiltrate into the government. Absolutely. They are popularizing this politic of separation. It's a modern separatism. You know how President Macron, I don't really like him, and about all this reform of retreat, pension reform, yeah, to increase age of pension, etc., etc. I don't think that I don't think that he's very bad when it comes about religion. He said a very good words about Islam, that it's a religion which is focused on separation. They want to infiltrate and separate us. They want to divide us. They want to pretty much create their own caliphate. Yeah, how they call it? Caliphate, I think. Inside of Europe. One day they will say, look, here is our majority. Yeah. We are majority here. Everyone else in minority. Everyone else go away. This is our land right now. And I believe that people like me, atheist, non-binary people, they are in danger because they will target us first. Yeah, I think that the worst things can happen because how crazy they are about protecting their fake god, their fake religion. Yeah, it's insane. They truly believe in crazy stuff like the fake prophet flying in on horse, or I don't know, their fake Kaaba, it's called, yeah, having an alien stone from the space. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I'm ready to stand for what I believe in. I'm ready to fight for what I believe in. And I wanted to create this video. I wanted to start a discussion. I wanted to hear what people will think, what people will say. Because I have been living my life, majority of my life, as an Orthodox Christian, because once again, I had no choice. I was raised this way by my father, by my mother. My mother, she didn't really participate in this, but it was by mainly my father. A very Christian-dominated childhood, you know, with all this stuff connected to Christianity, from fasting, fasting is ridiculous. It's unhealthy, absolutely unhealthy. When I look at Muslims, I just don't get it. People are harming themselves. Insane. On French lessons, they're like zombies. You need to focus, you need to think. We have really difficult material, but they're like zombies. They don't drink, they don't eat, they don't sleep. Of course, you can sleep when you eat at the evening, at the morning, at the night. How can you sleep when you eat at the night full table for three instead of eating 3 times per day? Yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You eat all of this at night. Yeah, people should start waking up from this opium. Yeah, as one famous person told. Yeah, he's really unpopular in Ukraine right now because communist ideology is not popular. But I think it's true what he told. So yeah, guys, thank you for your attention. I'm open to your ideas, to your critics. It would be very interesting for me to hear your opposition to my point of view. And maybe you can give me some ideas. What should I talk about next? Yeah, maybe what to discuss. It can be concerning Islam, it can be concerning France, concerning Ukraine. Yeah, I have a lot to talk about. So, yeah, thank you for your attention and bye.